Hi, I'm Dr. Kevin Tharp. If you're watching this video, you've probably been asked by me or another instructor to upload videos to YouTube for use in a class. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to use My Media from within Canvas to download a screen capture and webcam capture software that you can use to make those videos for upload to YouTube. So the first thing you need to do is log into Canvas. When you get logged into Canvas, click on Account and go to My Media. That is going to bring you to this location, My Media, and where we need to go is to this Add New. Now, you're going to have to come back to this Add New a couple times to get this to work. But first you go to Add New, click that download arrow, and what we're going to use is CaptureSpace Lite Legacy. So go ahead and click on that. And what that's going to do is, if you haven't installed it before, it's going to bring you to this download screen. If you've installed it, when you click on that Add New, it's going to launch it. So you need to click Download for Windows, and it's going to go through that process of allowing you to save that, and then you will install that as soon as it is available. Okay, so now you see in this window it says to launch it from the Add New menu on the website. What that does is it synchronizes your account with your version of this capture software. So again, you go to Account, My Media, and you go back to that Add New button, and this time when you choose CaptureSpace Lite, what it's going to do is it's going to give you this option to open Kaltura Capture. I'm going to click to always open these types of links because that way I don't have to do the second click every time. So go ahead and give that the click. It's going to launch that, and as soon as it finishes doing that, it will bring up a window that will allow you to start recording. So when you've got it installed and you tell it to go ahead and run that CaptureSpace recorder, this is the screen that will come up. Now the first thing that we want to do is just obviously look at the interface. You can record just the screen and the audio. You can do screen, webcam and audio, webcam, or just voice. So there's a set of options there depending upon what you're wanting to do. Now the first thing that I want to do to make life much easier on us is to go to Settings. When I go into the Settings tab, what I want to do is look at this first section, the local media files storage. Now it defaults to an area called app data that often isn't visible on your thing. It goes to somewhere else on Macintosh. I'm not exactly sure where, but what we can do is we can click Browse, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send this to my videos folder at the top. So you can see it's well embedded in there. And so what I want to do is I just want to go to videos, because then I'll know where it is, and I'm going to go into captures, and then I know that it's always, whenever I record one of these videos, it's going to show up in that capture. So I click on that OK, and you can go back and change that if you decide that you want that somewhere else. I'm going to change my settings here, my recording quality and my camera quality, so that just getting the best things. If you got a slow PC, there's settings for that. You can choose which microphone you're going to use, do that within there, and then you can choose to delete recordings on disk after upload, but the process that we're using, we're going to be uploading them to YouTube rather than My Media, so we really don't want to do that. Make sure you click the Save button. If you don't click the Save button, then you've lost whatever changes that you just made. So this should go ahead and do that, and you will see that it comes in here. Check that to make sure that it's good, and then the rest of it is really just pretty intuitive. So record, you go in there and you choose what kind of recording you're going to do. So if I choose screen and webcam, what it's going to let me do is, if you've got more than one monitor, it's going to let you select it. And then you've got your choice of full screen or select an area. So if you don't want to record your whole screen, you can click on that, choose select area, and then you just drag over the section that you want to record. And so you're not having to record your entire desktop if that's all you need. Now you'll notice that it automatically started the countdown to the recording. And so that's what's going on there. It automatically starts that. You can move this. This is your webcam into the picture or out of the picture. So if you don't want to have that included, then what you do is you move it out. But there I just moved it into the recording section, so it's part of the recording. So this allows you to choose in a simple manner whether or not you want that part of the video to be included with the screen capture. And so it's just as simple as that. When you're done, you go to, you choose, you can either choose pause or done. You can draw in here, so if you want to highlight things, etc. So I'm just going to click done on that. What I want to do is I want to choose done because I'm done recording this one, and I want to show you that process. So it's going to create a series of thumbnails. You can hear, I believe you can hear the recording that was there. You can see it on there. It's at a full screen. You've got the option to trim, chop, do titles and credits. That's normally not necessarily, but you might find it is. And then I'm just going to click done. And in order for me to save this, I'm going to have to give it a name. So I'm just going to do test demonstration. And I'm not going to give it a description because this isn't going to continue to exist. But you should probably do that. And then you click save. Now you don't want to click upload because that's going to upload that to My Media. And the purpose of doing this is so that you can save it to YouTube. So you click on save, and what that's going to do is it is going to save that file in your library. And if you remember, we changed the settings there to this location. So I should be able to go to this location and find that file if it's done recording it. So I'm going to go into, I went into the videos. So I click videos and I put it in the captures, and then this I know is the file because that wasn't there before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to view details just so that I can check the date. So that's an XML document. That's not the video, but you'll see the folder. So it put all the folders that you needed in there. And again, if I go to view details, you'll notice that there's a JPEG image, which is just a thumbnail. There's an MP4 video file. So for me to upload this to YouTube, obviously I have to have already created that file in YouTube. So what I do is I'm logged on to YouTube, or logged on to my Gmail account, go to YouTube, you'll see it show up here. And then I can choose this icon right here, create or a video or post. And what I can do is upload a video. It will then ask me where that video is. So I can either select videos or drag and drop them. Since I already have it here, I'm just going to drag it and drop it. Now again, this has got a weird name, so you're probably going to want to move it, but you want the MP4 video file. I'll move it over here. It's going to upload it. Now it's going to naturally give it that name. This is just a test video demonstration. So you put in a name for the file. That's what's going to show up when people are watching it. A description, and you'll want to get to the point where if you want these to go public outside of this class especially, you'll want to give it a good description. That's sort of one of those things that you learn when you're talking about search engine optimization, is how do you do videos so that that'll show up. And then what you do is you simply click publish. Now one of the things that you want to do is, if you don't want everybody to be able to see this, you need to either do it as unlisted. Well, if you want us to see it, it either needs to be public or unlisted. Public means it can be found through YouTube. Unlisted means that you're going to have the URL in order to use that. So we're going to want you to do it as either public or unlisted. If you do private, then we can't see it. Scheduled is setting it for a later date. So I'm going to do this as a unlisted file because this is just a test video that I'm uploading, and then I click done. You'll notice that the video address is over here, but I'll click done, and what that's going to do is it's going to give me this code where I can post that, or the embed code if I'm wanting to embed it, which is what you're going to be doing in my classes with your YouTube files. I don't just want you posting the URL. I want you to embed it into the discussion. So this is the code that you would use, and then you would go into the area where you're posting the videos, click on the icon to let you do the embed, and go from there. So that boils this down to, that's how it's going to work. You return to editing. It will allow you to then go, and when it is public, you'll be able to watch that video, and you'll see that this is the video that I was using for the demonstration. Okay, that's all I've got for now. I'll talk to you later. This is Kevin Tharp. Bye-bye.